Support my content by becoming a patron on patreon.com/JaianMusic.
Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Anime Podcasters. Today we have one of the smartest topics possible in anime podcasting history, and I got my main host to host this hostable podcast with me. I'm talking about Hotshot. How's it going, homie?
Yeah, it's going all right. How about you? Everything is shit.
I want to say this, Hotshot. You remind me of something.
Remind me of what?
I'm so lucky. You are so lucky. GoProkyo is so lucky in this time right now. And you know why? Before we get to the topic, though, anime idiots is the topic, obviously, that we're going to be getting into. We have 3 idiots each that we're going to go over. It's going to be a fun, laughable podcast in the sense of, like, the podcast is going to be funny. That's what I meant. We're super lucky in this time right now because we're creators. We get to create stuff, and we get to fall back on that when we have all this downtime. We have the power and the ability to create content, to create music, voiceover, podcasts, and just drawings, whatever you want. We are artistic people, and that's amazing. It's an amazing thing to possess in this very, very trying time because we have something to fall back on. So I just want to put that good vibe out there before we started the episode.
I will say I do heavily agree with that. There's only one problem when it comes to me, and that's motivation.
Motivation, yes, I feel you.
Even though, despite that, well, I'll get to that after the topic. All right, let's go.
We have 3 idiots each that we're going to go over. Before we get into the list, Hotshot, can you tell me what were the factors at play when you were selecting your idiots?
I tried to keep it to where like the characters could be anything from ditzy to clumsy to just like arrogantly selfish to the point to where like they don't think about anything else except their goal and are kind of like moronish, idiotic as a result of that. But at the same time, it's kind of difficult to define idiot for me when it comes to anime because there's so many idiots in anime, but in so many different ways. So it's just kind of hard to come up with an actual definition for it for me. So it's kind of a potluck of idiots for me.
Way I went about it is I looked up the definition of the word idiot, and I saw a stupid person, a person of low intelligence. I'm like, okay, a stupid person. What's a stupid person? Having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense. So basically, like, just someone who isn't smart, someone who's done something really dumb in an episode of an anime somewhere. That's what went into my picks. Some of my characters might be super smart, but done something so stupid and selfish and arrogant and ridiculous that I would label them as an anime idiot because their decision affects the rest of the arc. So stuff like that, just very not smart people. That's the best way I can word it. I'm such an English podcaster. Okay, so Hotshot, you told me you wanted to go first because you have an epic list. So give me your best pick right now. That's what I'm going to ask. Oh, you'll go first, but best pick off the top.
My best pick off the top is an OG pick. If you watch anime, you know this guy. He's from one of the biggest animes across the globe. He is from, well, I'm not going to say what he's from. I'm just going to say who he is. Yamcha.
Begin Yamcha?
Yamcha's an idiot.
What?
Come on. Okay, you first then. How is Yamcha not an idiot?
Okay, well, what stupid thing has Yamcha done?
He constantly picks fights that he can't win.
But that's him trying hard.
That's him trying hard, but at the same time, it's just like, Yamcha's kind of a moron.
Okay, I'm not saying... I feel like there are characters in that same series in Dragon Ball that are way bigger idiots.
Such as?
Way bigger idiots. Goku!
Yeah, I should have gone with Goku. But I'm going with Yamcha because I'm sticking to my guns, and I don't want to change my list last second.
Fair enough, but please explain to me why Yamcha's an idiot. I don't see the whole picking fights thing. Like that's
okay, yeah, I get what you're saying there. But what I'm basing Yamcha off of is from Dragon Ball, like with him being an absolute badass of a bandit, and then him just completely downgrading. Basically, whenever he's in front of a girl. That's what I'm basing this off of, is he completely loses like all sense of self and just thinks of himself as hot shit. Even though like every fight that he's picked, he's never actually won almost in Z. Like Dragon Ball, yeah, he was a force to be reckoned with, but once we hit Z, no. I'm heavily basing this off of how he behaves in front of girls. Picking fights he can't win, you're right. That is him trying hard, so that was a bad example. But with him in front of girls and him just completely bombing it completely, that's kind of idiotic.
Okay, I don't. I'll respect the pick, but I don't necessarily see it in the sense that I just think that him trying with girls is part of his personality more than anything else. I don't think it's him like having a lack of intelligence.
Like I said, my picks are like a potluck. It's gonna be a mess. Like I see Yamcha can be an idiot, but I can also see him as a tryhard and a good friend and everything else. So it's just like it's hard for me to actually pick idiots without like that aren't just idiots. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. I'll go to my first pick. And I think that from the same series, I could pick Goku because Goku has proven to be an idiot with like being a poor father, or he couldn't even pass a driver's license test. You know, like that's definitely a good pick, but I'm not gonna pick Goku.
Yeah, but neither could Piccolo.
What?
Neither could Piccolo with the driver's test.
Yeah, no, he did the driver's test with Piccolo, but he didn't pass. As from what I remember,
I'm saying neither did Piccolo, and Piccolo is miles smarter than Goku.
Okay, but Piccolo's also not like from the planet Earth whatsoever. I know you can say Goku, but like Goku lives with a family. Goku's integrated more into society. Like there's more.
He also lived alone in the woods until he was like 10 years old.
Not like 10 years old.
He was like 10.
No, he was like I don't know what his age was, but I don't.
After his training, he came back as a teenager. So
yeah, he could have been like 5 or 6. Anyways, semantics. I am picking Vegeta. Vegeta is an absolute idiot for this specific moment in Dragon Ball Z. He is strong enough in the Cell arc to defeat First Form Cell, and somehow he gets convinced by Cell, hey, let me get to my strongest form. Vegeta, if I had been perfect, at my best perfect, you wouldn't have stood a chance against me. Vegeta's like, oh, so let me screw up the entire plan of like protecting the androids and get you the androids, and then we'll fight and we'll really duke it out. And by him doing that, Cell literally ends up killing his son at the end of it. That's what happens. His stupidity, his arrogance cost like the whole point of the mission. Like imagine if Goku had been there and trained hard and after the time chamber and came, and like this series would have been like, this arc would have ended there. But because of that, and plus like Trunks was there and like telling him that's a stupid idea, you shouldn't do that, and he's like, oh no, I'm the best, blah blah blah. And like Trunks was stronger than him at that point in time as well. So I just could not believe how ridiculous and how stupid and how idiotic Vegeta's decision to like selfishly throw away the whole point of the mission of just protect the androids, and he's like, no, I'm gonna fight Cell at my best, and then he gets absolutely destroyed by Perfect Form Cell. So he got what he deserved, but at the same time he jeopardized the entire point of this thing because of his arrogance and selfishness.
Initially, I wanted to come back at you like, okay, how the hell is Vegeta a bigger idiot than Yamcha? But yeah, no, I should have gone with Yamcha. Actually, I should have done what you did and just looked up the definition of an idiot to begin with. But I would argue that Vegeta, like, obviously his fuck up with Cell is definitely his most idiotic move. But what really pisses me off about that is, you remember Namek, right? When Frieza's finally like in tune with like what's going on, Vegeta recovers on his ship. Vegeta makes a ruckus, makes a strategy to get the Dragon Balls off, like away from Frieza, wait and planning his move and everything else, just to like basically avoid fighting Frieza if he can help it. But now here he is, like, I've slightly powered up. Now I can take on like 5 Friezas. So, I mean, I would argue that that's more on his, like, Saiyan blood and Saiyan pride, as opposed to just him being an idiot. But him being an idiot is definitely a factor here.
He's strategic for sure, and he has proven to be a good fighter and, like, able to put together the work that he needs to get a plan done, and, like, that requires brains. But at the same time, yeah, it's his same pride and his like boiling.
The only time, when you think about it, the only time that Vegeta really does show his smarts is with battle strategy. Everything else, he's just an idiot. Like
exactly.
Like him cooking, for example. Like in Super, he does cooks for Beerus, like to try to find him, like basically what Bulma hasn't shown him yet. But from what I saw, there was another cut earlier in Super to where he tries to cook and he just like destroys everything.
Honestly, like I don't remember Super that well because it came out like 4 years ago or something.
And I'm just watching it, sue me.
Yeah, no, but like that those early goings with Beerus and everything, I can't remember anything about that. I remember the boat thing and Goku fighting Beerus, but like, yeah, okay, I'll take your point on that, but I just think that like that mistake is so big with Cell that it labels him as an anime idiot. It just does. It's you made this mistake. You can't tell me it's not.
No, I'm saying I'm backing you up. Like, I wish I had actually picked Vegeta. Like, I just want to avoid picking Goku, and Yamcha was like my go-to backup. So I wanted to avoid that, but yeah, if I had thought about it, I probably would have picked Vegeta too. I will say Vegeta's a much bigger idiot than Yamcha now that I actually think about that.
All right, so give me your next idiot, bro.
All right, this guy is an actual idiot, so bear with me here. I gotta pull up his name. I gotta remember it. All right, so have you ever heard of the anime The Disastrous Life of Psyche?
I have not.
Or Psyche K? Me and Kyo have told you about it like once or twice. Like, it might have been on or off episodes. But basically, it's a show where the main character has supernatural psychic powers. And basically, he's like the god of the universe. And I'm not talking about him, but I'm talking about the one who deems himself the main character's best friend, Nendo. I can't remember how you actually pronounce it. But this guy is that best friend stereotype of where like they're your best friend no matter what. Like, even if you say they aren't your friend, they're your friend. That's basically what this guy is. It's very clear that Psyche wants absolutely nothing to do with him. Like, not even say hi, not join his team, not do anything with the guy. And Nendo just has in his head like, you're just messing around, buddy. I'm here for you. And just like horrible grades. Like, doesn't get anything through his head. I think the only thing he does is like accidentally win a fight, and the only reason he does that is just like stepping in when like someone was about to punch Psyche, but he's like, "Hey, buddy, let's go get something to eat," and like not even paying attention to the actual fight itself. I could be pulling that out of complete fabrication, but I know he does stuff of that nature.
All right. He just sounds like I'm looking up on his page right now. He doesn't look like he has like it's not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't know. He looks like he's loyal, but he doesn't look like bit of a dead fish look in his eyes. Doesn't look like he's very very smart, or he's definitely not the one coming up with the strategies. Definitely not the one who's gonna lead the team. He smells and reeks of support character to me. And that's all I can gather from what you're telling me right now. I'll take your word for it, but at the same time, I don't feel like he's a full-blown idiot. Like,
he is. He is. Watch the show. He's an idiot.
Okay, what's the dumbest thing he's done?
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Psyche, but when Psyche Psyche tries to keep his powers hidden, but one idiotic thing that he does is remove Psyche's glasses in like a prank or something like that, just to like try to talk to him. But when Psyche looks at him, Nendo turns to solid stone. And he doesn't like notice any of the psychic stuff that Psyche can do, even though he's around him the most. So he's kind of oblivious more than anything.
So
but clueless, oblivious, not the smartest. Like, his grades are absolutely terrible. I think Psyche has to tutor him like once or twice in the show, actually.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, not a smart character. Not a smart character, definitely. I see your point on that.
But the show on its own, the show I definitely recommend for you and anyone listening to check out because it is hilarious. And that's really all I got. I just haven't seen Psyche in a while. Otherwise, I'd talk a lot more about him.
No problem. Okay, I am going to go to my next pick. I had like all these like potential characters I could pick from, and I think I'm gonna pick this one. And I know it's been a big meme on this podcast, and I'm not looking for a rage sesh here. I'm picking Black Star. Definitely think Black Star could be categorized as an idiot. This is not like what?
You're 100% right. The dude's a moron.
What I'm trying to say here is I've seen the early goings of Soul Eater, and then I kind of just stopped. And I think he's worse is at the beginning of the series, and the way you've explained it to me is that he gets better and he grows up and he gets more mature and he develops and becomes a better fighter and blah 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 in character arc throughout the anime. Fair enough. But at the very beginning, like, he is such an attention seeker. Like, he wants his presence to be known. He's not strategic. He's arrogant. And I just think that altogether he takes a lot for granted, and he's just stupid for those reasons because he's not taking what he's doing seriously enough at the beginning is what I'm gathering here. And the thing is, I just feel like the way his immaturity and how egotistical he is and the way he acts just makes him not he's not smart. He's not gonna be at his best at the beginning. I don't know. You know the character way better than me, but like, what's the one? Like, I don't care if you spoil. Like, what's one of the most just stupid things he's done?
The dumbest thing I can think of when it comes to Black Star is honestly his appearance, or like his first debut, is when he's announcing what the rules of of being a good assassin are, like out loud to us, and he's actually sneaking around. But then just jumps down onto the table and just announces, "I'm here to kill all of you." Just like, no, you idiot.
I remember that so vividly now.
I mean, it's when he first shows up on screen is when he's at his dumbest, because it can only go downhill because of how fucking stupid that was.
Right.
But I mean, following the rules of a ninja or telling us the rules of a ninja and then choosing to disregard all of them. Like that.
Okay,
that's what I first initially go to, at least.
The thing is, the other moment I could point at is him fighting that ninja in the early episodes and just going sneak attack and yelling that out loud, and then the ninja like counterattacks right away because he knows exactly where he is because he yelled out the word sneak attack. And for that, can we both agree that we would criticize him for being stupid for doing that, right?
I mean, yeah, I feel like that one goes without saying.
Okay, good. Let's keep that there. I was listening to one of our old podcasts where I was criticizing Black Star and saying like, "Oh, you yelled sneak attack and blah blah blah. I can't believe like what an idiot." But then I remembered we talked about Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who pulled the exact same stunt where he ran up against Aang and he yelled out sneak attack. And what we said was that, "Oh, Sokka's so funny for doing that. Oh, that's such a comedic thing Sokka's doing." Why are we saying Sokka's funny and Black Star is idiotic for basically the same thing? What's your thoughts on that?
Because I mean, wasn't Sokka doing that as just a distraction anyway?
I feel like, but I don't know. It's the same mechanic, right?
It's the same kind of mechanic, but like different. Okay, Sokka isn't supposed to be a ninja for one. Like everything about Black Star is supposed to be ninja assassin, like in these areas. Even Tsubaki's like, if you want to be a good assassin or a good ninja, conceal your presence, don't let others know you're there. And just like him going against like what Tsubaki has said, or like basically the core of what he's supposed to be by just announcing his presence. It is a little funny. You can't help but accept that. But yeah, he is an idiot for saying it. Sokka, on the other hand, he's a warrior. He's a soldier. He's like on the front lines. Him just saying sneak attack, like, one, it'd be funny that he could sneak. And two, I think it's just because he's so out of his field with it. I don't know. I could be reading too much into it. Or it could just be that Sokka's funnier than Black Star.
I think it's that. I think that like Sokka just is more comedic, and so that like is what allows him to be funnier and not considered to be an idiotic individual. But like Black Star to me is just not smart and just at the beginning at least not well put together mentally. And that's why I think he's just stupid. Just stupid Black Star.
Which I'll agree with you, but I still love the stupid Black Star.
Yeah, you can always definitely. Okay, so that's all I had to say on Black Star. I guess Hotshot, this is gonna be a shorter podcast. This is your final pick.
Go ahead. Final pick. I was actually looking through like some of my old folders of like anime characters that I've saved and everything, and I actually came across a stupid anime character that I haven't talked about.
Oh, go ahead.
Or from an anime that I haven't talked about, and I actually love this anime a lot. It's actually Squid Girl from Squid Girl.
Okay, I don't know this one, so go ahead.
So Squid Girl is a slice of life where it's just like the character Squid Girl is a what she calls defender of the ocean and comes to the beach to basically enslave all of humankind. But she's so oblivious to everything in the world around her, she has absolutely no idea how to do that. And instead of enslaving humankind, she becomes a restaurant waitress and basically just like lives out just normal life. But I'm saying stupid because like either she's pulling childish pranks or just like doesn't know like basic human etiquette or doesn't like understand any of it, or basically just like, that's not how the world works, silly human, and then does her own thing only for it to immediately fail. It's just
Okay,
kind
yeah,
of
I
a,
see.
it's just kind of a, the cutesy kind of stupid, to be honest. Like it gets annoying, but it's also endearing at the same time.
I feel like best way to describe this character is annoying. I think the best word is you said just then. Maybe like this character means well, but just ends up failing every time, and also just we perceive that as being stupid. But I don't think this is the biggest idiot out there for sure.
No, definitely not. But my the other one, so I have two that I want to bring up as honorable mentions after you finish yours, just because I actually just thought of them. But we settled on three, so we're fine with that. I'm totally fine, okay with that. So with Squid Girls, like it to me, it's just like cutesy of endearing. Like yes, she can be heavily annoying, but it's also because she doesn't know the world. Like she's willing to learn it, but it like never hardly clicks for her, and instead she's just thrown into like these different kind of situations to where she almost doesn't get the chance to learn. Eventually, she does grow, and hopefully, she would grow like on you, but it's also from a show that I haven't brought up before, and I wanted to try and do that to at least one show because I know we've talked about Dragon Ball. We've talked about Soul Eater a number of times, and whatever my Psyche. We've talked about that like once or twice, though you may not remember it. I just wanted to bring at
do
least
remember
one
now.
new
Yeah,
show.
sure. No, definitely. I don't know which character to pick now. I have two that I'm stuck between. One is very ditzy and just silly and gets what's the word I'm looking for? Not
Airheadish.
like airhead. Yeah, airhead. And then I have one that's lovable, but like the idiot of the group. That's the kind of the where I'm stuck. One's from Yu Yu Hakusho and one's from Death Note, and I don't know which one to pick.
Go ahead with Death Note.
Death Note.
Death Note.
I think I'm gonna go Yu Yu Hakusho.
Fucking
the one
why?
from-
Okay, why am I even here?
no. Okay, the thing is, the one from Yu Yu Hakusho has more to say. Death Note, it's Misa Amane. It's like Light Yagami's, the girl that gets played by Light Yagami the whole time. Like anyone compared to Light's gonna be like obviously an idiot. You know what I mean? There's less meat on the bone.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Light's also a genius and knows how to manipulate people. So
yeah, but no, still, she's definitely not smart. Let's go with my homie Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. This guy is an idiot, but like a lovable idiot. His idiocy is not a bad thing in this anime. He's the one who's always picking a fight against Yusuke at the beginning of the anime, and always gets destroyed by Yusuke. And whenever they get in a street fight, they both go to the same high school. I remember in one episode, he fights Yusuke beats him, and then one of his Kuwabara's friend goes, isn't that like the 95th time he's beaten you? He's like, I'm gonna go back and fight him anyways, because Yusuke, I'm gonna be better than you one day. And Yusuke is just like, no, I'm not. You're an idiot. I'm always gonna beat you. And when Yusuke ends up dying in the first episode, the thing with that is that for some reason he needs Kuwabara to like pass this test, but Kuwabara is horrible in school. Kuwabara struggles to get like a 60, like an average passing grade, and he works hard to study for the test and he ends up passing it, but like school wise, like he's not well put together. And in the in the squad of him, Kurama, Hiei, and Yusuke, he's always picking a fight with Hiei, even though Hiei could like beat him. He's like, yeah, Hiei, I'm gonna defeat you. You're so easily beatable. And Hiei's like, oh, shut up, like you're a waste of time. Like I kick you and destroy you in like half a second. He's never coming up with the strategies, and he's always getting just made fun of. Everyone knows he's just like the lovable moron of the group, but like we like him for that. It's a good thing. Like it's a redeemable quality. It's an appreciable. He's a character that you can appreciate and you can get behind and you can root for. So I'm happy to have like a solid idiot, like a solid idiot in the sense of like he's not like solidly stupid, but like he like this. If I had to be an idiot like Kuwabara, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like I really like him. It's him being stupid is part of his character, and we love him for it. So yeah, like Kuwabara, Yuyu Hakusho, he's my homie.
I mean, having a likable idiot kind of makes a whole world of difference, to be honest. Like if you're an idiot, it's just like, oh my god, you're so annoying, just get off screen. Or if you're an idiot that like actually has a fan base, like the fans actually enjoy you, like this guy, then yeah, no, more power to you. That's just the idiot stereotype done right.
Screw you, Hotshot. I'm gonna beat you one day. You're an idiot. I could beat you with my
Yes, well done. You've picked better idiots than I did.
I picked the best idiots, Hotshot. You're so dumb, I picked better characters.
No, you picked better idiots, not characters. Better idiots. There's a difference.
My idiots are better than yours, Hotshot. You're stupid.
This isn't entertaining.
It is to be. All right, go ahead, Hotshot. Literally. All right, so you had 2 honorable mentions. You just want to break the rules again and like just have more than 3 picks?
Yeah,
okay,
always.
Go ahead. You're such a pleasure talking to you.
So one honorable mention is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. I mean, Luffy is just an idiot. Like he's the lovable kind of idiot that you can't help but follow, but at the same time, a lot of his decisions are really stupid. Like, see a giant dragon in the sky? I'm gonna go punch it in the face. And he's just narrow focused on like his goal. Obviously, like he cares for his friends and everything, but just like if there's a slight bit of any challenge ever, just like, so this guy's supposed to be the big bad, huh? I'm gonna punch him. Like, Luffy, no, calm down. Just pick your fights a little more carefully, buddy.
Fair enough. Okay, and your other honorable mention?
My other honorable mention is Astraea from Heaven's Lost Property. And the only reason I didn't do 5 like we planned and I'm bumping it down to 3 is because I've seen Astraea in like 2, maybe 3 episodes, so I don't really have a whole lot to go on with her yet because I haven't finished the show, surprisingly. And basically, she's just like your ditzy klutz that like has this immense amount of power, but almost has no idea of how to effectively use it. And like all of her plans go like way off the rails because she makes them way too convoluted, or just like she trips over her own feet, or just like misunderstandings and stuff like that. I want to finish the show mainly so I can also learn more about her and how she actually, like, if she grows or if she just stays an idiot the whole time. I just don't have enough to go on yet to actually put her on a list.
Fair enough. I just don't know these characters. Well, I know the first character.
You know Luffy.
Yeah, I know Luffy, but this other character, never heard of her. So I mean, I'll take your word for it. And honorable mention because we've seen less episodes of her. Fair enough. And for Luffy, yeah, okay, yeah, it's stupid, but like, Hotshot, if he were to not do those things, who the hell would watch One Piece for 900 plus episodes?
No, I know. I'm one of them.
Wait, you've seen 900 plus episodes of One Piece?
No, God, no.
Yeah, you liar. You're a liar. Hotshot, you're a liar.
I played the games. The games cover a majority of the arcs,
But not all.
It's like One Piece. It's like One Piece Kai. It just doesn't cover the filler.
We don't break up that on the podcast.
So I miss out like 450 episodes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through my list one more time. I have Black Star. I had the person I'm forgetting, and I had the other person I'm forgetting.
You had Vegeta. You had Vegeta and the guy from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Kuwabara.
That guy. All right. I had Yamcha,
Squid Girl,
and no, didn't. Give me a minute. Nendo. Sorry.
This lockdown, our brains are becoming mush.
I did so well remembering and actually writing everything down last time, and now here I am just like, who did I have again? With honorable mentions of Astraea from Heaven's Lost Property and Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece.
For the next few episodes of Anime Podcasters, we have more list podcasts coming out. We're probably going to do 3-4 episodes a month, whatever the schedule is like right now. Death Battle announced a really awesome battle, which is going to be Kakashi versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I will be doing solo Anime Podcasters for that battle. I'm going to probably just do one, just give you my predictions, and then do a quick one recapping the Death Battle itself, because I think it's going to be an awesome battle I want to talk about. Hotshot's not really down. Totally cool. And so I think that's pretty much the wrap up. Hotshot, where can people find you online? Brah.
You guys can go ahead and find me right here on JaianMusic doing all things podcasting. And you guys can find me over on Twitter at Caution Ginger. And you guys can find me over another channel, my channel, Hotshot Ginger. And guys, guess what? I finally have a video up. I started my own podcast with GoProkyo. It's called Ponsu Cast. Basically, if there's an anime or anything that Jaden is kind of turned off by or just doesn't want to talk about on here, we're going to be covering it over there. So initially the idea was more lewd animes, but we decided to spice it up with some of the cutesy, more slice of life stuff as well. So keep an eye over on my channel for that. Those episodes are coming, and that's really all I got.
All right, the artwork for Anime Podcasters is provided by GoProkyo. He's available for commission. Super awesome, talented individual. So go check him out. He does great animations and great drawings. Super affordable rates. So go check out at GoProkyo. And for the podcast, you can follow us on Facebook.com/Anime Podcasters. We're in every single podcatcher. Just look us up, Anime Podcasters. Leave us a review. We always appreciate it. And for myself, I am at JaianMusic on social media. And my website is JaianMusic.com. And join the JaianMusic Discord server. That's going to be everything for myself and Hotshot. This has been another episode of Anime
Podcasters.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Anime Podcasters. If you would like to support the podcast, you can find audio downloads on Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, and Google Play. If you would like to support the voices in this podcast, follow their links in the description and the Twitter handles on screen. See you next time, weebs.